Warning: the following program is intended for a mature audience. It may contain language or opinions that are not suitable for some listeners.
This week on the show, a straight pride parade got some very interesting mail. Some people will do very strange things to get away with breaking traffic laws. And we have a Florida man story, and it's just as stupid as you think it will be. The date is Sunday, July 17th, 2019. This is the 2 Cent Show. Hey guys, welcome to the 2 Cent Show. Hope you're doing okay today. Hope everything's going smooth. Hope everything's fine. Hope you're all awake. Hope you're all on drugs. I don't know, something, but you know what? We're going to continue on with the show anyway, whichever it is. My name is the Ranting Griffin. Featherhoof is with us here again today. Hello, Featherhoof. How you doing, buddy?
Doing just fine. How you doing?
Oh, no, now you're going to make me do this. Why are you going to make me do this? Why?
Because hey, now let's be objective about it, okay? Let's just be pure objectified. It's fun to do.
It is fun to do. It really is fun to do. I don't know why, but it is. It's fun to sound like. You know what'd be fun to? What's fun to do is go around with this accent right here and talk in a bunch of far leftist points. Like it's like there's more than two genders. What are you talking about? Of course there is. You know what? Minorities have a really bad problem these days. If you talk, which well they kind of do, but yeah, if you talk like that with that accent, people are like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Oh man!
And you gotta just speaking that accent, doing all that, but wearing the most redneckiest stuff. Wearing flannel, flannel with the Confederate flag on it.
Yeah,
still making
absolutely.
Those points?
Right, absolutely. Just ride in on a horse with some flannel and stuff on, and just be like, that wage gap thing is terrible. Just come in and just do some stupid shit. Oh man. Well, I'll tell you what.
Perhaps you'd like to read some of my literature and in a red folder with an elephant on it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who's been rocking and rolling this week is California.
Oh yeah.
California. You guys got they got a 6.4 earthquake, and then they got
7 point something. Oh,
the first one was 6.4, and then they got a 7.1. And which is those are biggins. Those are kind of large. I remember actually. When I lived out there, I used to get to the point where I could sleep through like 3s and 4s. they would happen, and I'd it's like, you didn't feel the earthquake, and I'd wake up like, nope. What are you talking about? And but no, 6s and 7s. Those will rattle your world a little bit. So
the prophecy is coming to pass.
Well, it might be.
Everyone's made the joke. Everyone's made the joke. One day, California's just going to break off from the states and just sort of float off into the ocean.
Yep. Everybody's
it's
saying
happening, man.
Everybody's saying that, and I mean, they even had Michio Kaku on the news, and he was talking about, they said, well, what's the likelihood of, California having that big one? And he said, 100%. And which is like weird. It's like, oh, okay. So all you guys out there in California who are listening right now, just stay cool, but prepare for emergencies. Have some emergency food and some emergency electricity stuff, and make sure that everybody knows around you, what to do, just in case you float off into the ocean.
Today might be the day to buy a boat. You might want to buy a boat today.
Buying a rowboat, maybe that's good. Put it on your roof, just in case. You never know. Yeah. So.
I want to see a rowboat on people's roofs that just says "in case of emergency" across it.
Just in case of big one, and there it is, sitting right there on the roof, just in case California starts sinking. Then they can just climb up on the roof and be like, "All right, we're okay, we're fine,
we got this."
Also, that and just very recently, get this, okay?
Oh, okay.
Now this happened in Scotland. So it's
all right.
Not quite the United States, but
so it happened with sexy accents.
It did. Some kid got kicked out of school, and he was in I think I don't know, 8th or 9th grade or something like that.
Okay.
He got kicked out of school and then expelled for saying something. Now, what do you figure he said? and don't actually say it, or else I'll have to bleep it.
In Ireland?
In Ireland, yes.
Or Scotland.
No, yeah, Scotland. Yeah, right.
Right, Scotland. The N-word? The C-word?
Close. Well, cute. Yeah. No. He actually said that there are only 2 genders, and he got kicked out of school.
Okay. When you said say something, I thought you meant like a word. Okay.
No. Yeah. They pulled up something from a website on gender issuing and stuff like that, and one of the kids said, "But there are only 2 genders," and they expelled him, like permanently from school for saying that. For like saying a specific, like, scientific fact. They actually expelled him for that, which is like what the hell is going on in the world today? I don't know. I really don't know. It's crazy. Oh man.
So we can literally cancel culture children now?
We can cancel culture children from education, by the way, for speaking a fact that some people don't like. Oh well, oops. Yeah, that's the way things are going now. But well,
exacerbated sigh.
Yeah, ejaculated sigh. Well, tell you what. Let's get on into our news, and let's see what's going to happen today.
Please, bring in the world news.
In Boston, the organizers of Boston's Straight Pride Parade. First of all, okay, whatever. I mean, I've heard people say that, and it's always gay people that say this. It's like, well, they don't have the right to be proud, to be proud of being straight. It's like, why not? Why don't they? I mean, if you can be proud of being gay, then why can't you be proud of being? Why not? I don't have a problem with that. But some people have a problem with that. Maybe you do. I don't know. But anyway, they said that they received suspicious letters in the mail Monday, prompting authorities to investigate the items, which turned out to be envelopes filled with glitter. They got glittered.
They got glitter bombed?
They got glitter bombed. The Massachusetts State Police Bomb Squad, the FBI, and local authorities all responded after calls came in from Woburn, Salisbury, and Malden. The letters were apparently sent through the U.S. Postal Service with no return address. We, of course, called the police. I mean, why would we open something like that? John Hugo, an organizer of Straight Pride, told the news station, even if it's nothing, there's nothing in it, it's still terrorism. I love this. It's still terrorism.
What?
It's terrorism as far as I'm concerned, because obviously it's meant to intimidate us. What were believed to be threatening letters turned out to be Bible verses covered in glitter. The FBI said there was Bible verses covered in glitter. The FBI said that there was no immediate threat to the public. Now, I have to love this, because now, and this, you gotta admit, this has gotta be, I think, coming from the right side of things. Because they're doing a straight pride parade, so it's probably the right. But now,
really?
Yeah, you would think. But now, the right, it's like the right is saying, if you mail glitter to somebody, that's terrorism now. What the fuck?
Let's be honest, though. I mean, since the days of good old W, the right has loved to point at everything and call it terrorism.
That is true. Some people on the right, they do that. But I mean, what?
And let's be honest, though. Let's be honest, because that does ruin a person's life, because you cannot open that envelope. They open that envelope, and at least some glitter got on them.
That's true. Okay, first of all, I hate glitter. I hate it. I hate glitter to the end of my fucking soul. I hate it. But this person is saying it was meant to intimidate them, so therefore it's terrorism. And I'm thinking, well, hell, you could just fart in an envelope and send it to somebody, and now it's terrorism now. What the hell? It's just, Go out to Chipotle, eat a couple of good beefy burritos, and just blast that shit into an envelope, and there you go. You're a terrorist now.
Yep.
I don't know.
No. I mean, I've heard of some stupid shit being called terrorism. You know, over the years, suddenly like, that is terrorism. But glitter?
Glitter.
I mean,
glitter.
Literally, glitter, the worst thing it does to you is stick to you. It can't hurt you. It can't, you get it in your eye and it's just like, shit, okay, well, that's over now. You know, it's like,
well,
from your eye and like,
I've taken showers and can't get that shit off. It's really hard to get to clean up. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, even there was a time where I was working at an apartment complex, and some guy comes up and he was mad, and I'm like, oh, whoa, hey, what are you mad about? And he said something to the fact that his kid got, another kid in the place, like, threatened to beat up his kid, and now he's mad. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do about it? I mean, I just worked the register. What do you want me to do? He's like, well, that's terroristic threatening. It's terrorism. I'm like, oh, it's terrorism. And I said, everything stood there for just a second. I said, well, then you need to call the FBI. What are you doing standing here? You need to call, so if it's terrorism, call the FBI. Well, they won't do anything. It's like, well, then it's not terrorism. You idiot. What? Oh, man. Oh, people are...
how? No, I don't get that. I mean, part of me does get it, because you just say the T word, and suddenly that gets everyone like, huh? What?
Where? Who?
Where? What? You know, it's one of those words, it's like that, it's like saying Nazi, it's like, you don't have to prove it, you just have to say the word Nazi. They go, what? Where? Terrorism, it's like that word. You don't have to actually prove it, you just have to like point and go, terrorism! And, 50 million dumb fucks will go, what? Where? I'm ready to chastise that. Where is it? Where's it?
Well, and here's the thing, I mean, I've noticed this. People like point they point to the far left. And they say, oh, these guys, they victimize themselves over everything. It's everything they're a victim of. But I've noticed both sides do it. Both sides absolutely, but they have different reasons that they do it. It's like, the right will do it for some things, the left does it for some other things.
It's cola. It's like cola. It's Pepsi's over here, Coke's over here, but it's the same fucking cola.
It's the same, it's the same damn thing. And they do it on both sides all the time with different things. And they both think they're right, and I'm sitting here in the as a libertarian in the center going, what the hell are these two fuckers doing? What are they doing? Why would they do this? It's crazy. Oh man,
it just goes to show, stupidity is not localized to one side or the other.
No, it's not. It is definitely not. And I would like everybody to. That's something that I hope this show brings to people, is letting them understand that this doesn't just fall to one side or the other. I think it falls more to one side, but it doesn't just fall to one side or the other. Both sides are stupid in some cases. But that's just me. So
but also on the same count, both both sides have had points. I mean,
yeah, that's true. That is very true. Both sides do have good points.
I'm looking for a phrase here. It's on the tip of my tongue. What's it? Even a clock is right twice a day or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. A broken clock is right twice a day.
Thank you. Yeah.
And yeah, that's true. The right has some good points sometimes. Sometimes the left has good points.
Sometimes.
But
let's put
then they go crazy.
Asterisks on either side of that word. Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, we will do that.
Let's emphasize that word.
Yeah.
Less than often, more than never.
Anyway, we have a fun story here from Las Vegas. A mortuary driver who was riding in a Las Vegas carpool lane Monday asked highway patrol trooper who pulled him over if the corpse he had in the back of his van counted as a passenger.
I knew this was going there. Damn it.
That's what happened. The bizarre traffic stop happened after Nevada Highway Patrol trooper noticed the driver of a hearse on Interstate 15 in Las Vegas appeared to be riding alone. The driver, whose identity was not released, asked the trooper whether the body he was carrying in the back qualified as a person. Quote, he doesn't count, the driver reportedly asked. Referring to the corpse he was transporting. Apparently the officer said, yes, it's a person, but they're not in a seat and they're not living and breathing, the trooper reportedly said. This body is in the rear cargo.
I know. We're gonna be ableist about it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we're gonna be ableist. They have to be alive and breathing now. Holy shit.
Just now there's conditions. Oh my god.
Oh god. Nevada Highway Patrol later issued a warning that passengers must be living, breathing people in order to be counted as occupants in a car. Using the They made a statement. They made a statement about this. They had to come out publicly and say your passenger has to be alive and breathing for him to count for the carpool lane. So the grandmother in National Lampoon's wouldn't count? Nope, I don't think that would count. But that's funny that a person would be transporting a dead person and think that counts as a qualifies as a passenger.
I don't think he actually did. I don't think he believed it counted. I think he was trying to just get out of a citation.
Well, I think you're right. I think they're being ableist now. I think they're being ableist. It was like, you have to have a passenger, and it's like, oh, now they have to be breathing and alive. Oh, I see. And Nevada Highway Patrol had to put out a statement telling people that their passenger had to be alive and breathing before they counted. And some of the stupid things people do, I swear to God.
This is a slippery slope here. When are we? Does it mean we're going to discriminate against our pets in our car now? Are they not going to count now?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what if you hold your breath? What if you decide? What if you decide just hold your breath going, do you not count as a passenger then? What about then? I don't know. What if somebody, your heart is not continually beating, There are those bits between the time it beats and between those times, your heart isn't beating. What if you're not breathing? Hey there, we got to, establish how long it takes between when a person breathes and when their heart beats now, because
what about those weird fuckers who they are dead but then wake up on their own autopsy tables and shit like that? Those people?
Yeah, what about that?
Do they not count?
What about if what if a friend of yours has a heart attack and their heart stops beating? What about that? And you're taking them to the hospital. Are you getting pulled over and cited for not, what now? I don't understand it.
How about the other way around? What if a woman is pregnant and she's going into labor and she can't she's stuck in traffic and suddenly pops out a baby because she then transferred to the carpool lane?
There you go. Now you have another one. This world, I've decided that this world is definitely livingly abled. It's completely livingly abled. People just don't think about the dead, and I've said this before. But out there, dead people, okay, I don't have anything against you, dead people. I think you're awesome. Okay, there may be other living people who have something against you, but I don't. I think that, proud to be dead, okay? That proud to be dead, I think that's an awesome thing. And I think more people should realize that, because as soon as somebody dies, man, they get treated differently. That's just terrible.
It's not right. By percentage, I know a lot more better dead people than I know living ones.
Same here. You can go to the graveyard, and you know what? You can just sit there, and it's quiet. Nobody will say a thing. They're all very quiet people, and
they're very good listeners.
Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm saying all the things I can while I'm alive. So, because when I'm dead, I'm not gonna say anything for a long time, perhaps forever. So anyway,
okay. I was gonna say, wait, you got a timestamp on that?
Well, I don't know. It depends. It depends on if there's an afterlife or not. I don't think there is, but I could be wrong. I don't know. So, but anyway, we have one last story here for you this week. This week was actually not. It wasn't terribly laden with funny stories. I hate to say it, but sometimes that just happens.
My ass, that last one got me good, man.
The last one's pretty good. This one's, I like this one personally.
Okay.
Florida, and it was a man.
Okay.
It just suck it. Yeah, take a couple of deep breaths because this is a Florida man story. Florida man arrested after pelting girlfriend with McDonald's sweet and sour packets. A Florida man pelted his girlfriend in the head and face area with sweet and sour sauce packets Sunday because he was angry she had bought the wrong food from McDonald's. A felony battery complaint said. His name.
Felony battery?
Apparently, this felony battery is to throw McDonald's to throw sauce packets at someone. I guess it is.
I mean, literally throwing the McDonald's food at a person and pelting them with it does less damage than eating it.
I know. I don't know. Jesus Oscar Ferrer Jr. Sorry, that's his name. Jesus Oscar Ferrer Jr. 30 years old, attacked
a woman with McDonald's.
Attacked his girlfriend with whom he has a child in the couple's motel room in Tampa, police said. By the time officers arrived, Ferrier fled the motel. According to the complaint, he was arrested and booked into the Pasco County Jail on a charge of felony battery. He made his initial court appearance on Monday, according to the Smoking Gun. Ferrer was charged with battery earlier this year, involving the same woman at another hotel. The report said he pleaded no contest to the misdemeanor charge, was sentenced to time served and paid $750 in fines and court costs, according to the report. Now, I'm just curious. Was it really because he was mad, or did he just want to eat her? Was he just trying to sauce her up? Just because he's like, I like sweet and sour sauce. I'm just gonna sauce you up so I can start nomming your face. Because you never know, some people do that kind of crazy shit. So
it'd be healthier than eating the McDonald's food she got.
It would actually be healthier than eating. It's like I want to eat your face, and it's going to be tastier and awesomer than McDonald's. Now I don't eat at McDonald's much. The last time I went and ate there, I actually got sick because it's McDonald's. But yeah, it's terrible stuff. But I like Burger King.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine. Do I recognize it's bad food? Yeah. Does my body recognize it's bad food and keep trying to tell me that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean,
back.
I don't know why. I've tried this before because somebody suggested that I do it, and so I did. But if you get a McDonald's burger with nothing else on it, like you just like have everything taken, all the tomatoes, no sauces, by the way, no ketchup or mayo or anything, and just eat the patty. Oh, it's horrible. It's not meat. I don't know what it is. And you do the same thing with the chicken nuggets. Same thing. When they go down, you can like feel it burning in the back of your throat. It's like what? Why?
I don't know. I'll eat the chicken nuggets plain, man. Like there are times where they'll forget to put in the barbecue sauce because fuck sweet and sour sauce, that shit's nasty. But
I like it. Oh.
Yeah. They sometimes will I'm like, you want sauce with that? Barbecue. I repeat, barbecue. And then they'll give me the bag and there's no barbecue. And I go, oh well, fuck it. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, now if it had been barbecue sauce that he was throwing at this chick, then I would have eaten her. Okay, I would have eaten her at that point because I love barbecue sauce, and I don't care if it's on a woman's face or on a bull's ass. Well, it'd be kind of nice on a bull's ass actually, but yeah, I will eat the barbecue sauce. I love that stuff. But yeah, so we have problems in Florida, but then again, it's Florida. We always have problems in Florida. Oh, brother.
See, Florida will even ruin the mind of Jesus.
It will. It definitely will.
It made Jesus throw sweet and sour sauce at his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did. Jesus.
Jesus.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a, not a break, but let's go into the WTF Theater.
For the sake of balls, we must consult the theater.
All right, here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, go to the first one.
Oh,
wait.
okay.
This is, I guess, okay, this is a cat breaking out of jail, I think. I think.
Well, you know, I have heard that cats make really good renovators.
This is Cat Shank Redemption is what this is right now. This is good. That's what this is going on. Gonna have to crawl through, you know, a tube of sewer and then come out on the other end, get rained on, take off his coat, and it's fine. But yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
The hole is it is a Looney Tune. It literally is. It's exactly his shape.
I know. It's got the ears and everything on it. It's so crazy. Oh man,
I love it.
Well, let's see what the next picture is. Okay, well, hey, you know, I always like to keep a good hand in the freezer, you know, just to, whenever I want to eat a hand, just nicely. Yeah. I guess that
sometimes I need to give myself a hand.
Well, hey, I'm guessing that was probably something left from the last tenants of that place, whoever they were. Okay.
Let's hope that it was just one of their possessions and not one of them.
Yeah, let's hope that. Next picture.
Oh, come on. Come on, dude.
That is both the best and worst tattoo I have ever seen in my life. That is... Oh my god.
I will tell you right now, do not try to play Mario Party 2 with that nipple.
No.
Because it will break right off.
Yeah, it won't work. That will not work at all. That's yeah. Those by the way, I just gotta say, as a gaming fan, those were the most awkward controllers.
Yes,
ever made.
The N64 Trident was the worst controller ever fucking made. I don't care what anyone says.
They were terrible.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Oh man, awful. Anyway, next picture. Okay.
Wait.
It says, "Dear patrons, we are closed Thursday, July 4th and Friday, July 5th in observance of Brexit 1776. Happy holiday." Nice. Nice.
Yay!
They went to celebrate the early Brexit. The Brexit we already did a long time ago. That was a good one.
Well, at least they were observing it. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know about you, but I actually, Cindy and I had a hard time finding anyone's fucking celebrating 4th of July this week.
Yeah, I know.
On 4th of July.
Yeah, I know. People were complaining all over the place. Well, America sucks. America. It's like, okay, America. First of all, the Declaration of Independence, it's what actually, you know, got us away from the rule of a king. We ended slavery. We made gay marriage legal. What else do you want? I mean, come on. You're living in a comfortable country with a really good economy right now. Why are you complaining? Oh, where?
Well, no, it's like, Cindy and I, we tried to go find our, like, yearly fireworks displays.
Oh, yeah?
Everywhere we went, it was either, oh, we did them yesterday, or, oh, we're not doing them until the weekend. It's like,
oh,
it's July 4th, you fucks! Where are you? Where are you, man?
Crazy. Let's go to the next one. Oh!
Hi!
That's just, that's something that's gonna scare off demons in a sexy way, I guess. That's like, you know, no, I'm just chilling, scare demons later. That's one of those, you know, it's just like, I'm gonna be sexy right now in front of you. Hello. Hello. How are you? That's,
I got feelings. And I don't know what they are. I'm confused.
Well, that's kind of confusing. And that's probably 1,000 years old. Who knows? Who knows
I
how
need to
long
find
ago.
a ladder or a rope or something. I need to get up there.
Yeah. All right, next one. Oh God. I am suddenly, I'm back in Oklahoma again. That's where I'm at right now. I'm back in Oklahoma. I used to live in Oklahoma for a while, and you'd see things like that in Oklahoma. That's nuts.
I suddenly find myself, I think I'm gay now. I think
that did it, huh?
Oh yeah, I think it shifted me the other way. I needed to get, oh boy.
Well, the funny thing is that if you look closely at it, you can see the head on the other side as well. So they made it to where both sides can see it. They just don't want the mailman to see it. They want both sides. So it's like, okay, you're just showing the shit off now. What the hell? Anyway.
Someone had fun with his arts and craft projects.
Yeah, somebody's having a lot of fun out there. I'm surprised it's not a trailer back there. Anyway, next picture. Okay, it says, no airbags, we die like real men. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so real men have to die by eating glass? Is that?
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Tell you what, Bo.
I'm gonna say no on that.
I promise you I won't mourn you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, I'm not dying like that's no. I'm wanting to know where this is. That looks like a Russian license plate.
That is suicide by car right there.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Oh, yeah. Don't want that. Next one. This one, we found a spider fixing problem. Oh.
That explains last week with the dude with the bomb to say that aliens were coming.
Oh,
he
maybe
was trying to help try to get the spider.
He found a spider in his room, so he's gonna blow up the whole building. Oh man, that was yeah. I've known some people that are like this too. I mean, I don't mind spiders. I think they're cute, but I know some people that if they see a spider in their house, they'll leave. They're like, no, I'm gone. I'm gonna go and stay at a hotel for a few weeks until that thing dies, and then I'll come back. So I don't know. Next picture.
Remember what the valet who parked your car looks like because we do not have valet parking.
That's a good reason to remember that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have valet parking. Somebody takes your car, you better remember what they look like, because you're gonna be calling somebody else, not us.
Oh my god.
Oh, sheesh. Oh. And finally, we have one more. See? I have a problem with this one. I have a big problem with this because I don't like it when the government, when signs try to tell me how to raise my baby, okay? I'll raise my baby the way I want to. If I want to dry my baby in a dryer, then I'll do it. That's just what I do. Okay, what if I don't have a towel? What if I just want a dry baby, just throw him in there and turn it on? Can I do that?
I can't get over the picture of the guy. He's like, oh, this is taking for fucking ever.
I know, it's just like, shit. It's like, what do you have to do? Do you have to put it on, do you have to put it on delicate for the baby? I don't know. I'll figure it out.
My child is so inconsiderate of my time.
Yeah, I
know.
Jesus,
it's taking forever to dry.
Buh. And you don't want to run off because then somebody could come by and steal it if you're a laundromat.
Yeah.
You know? There you go. Oh.
Whip!
Guys. Oh god.
You know, one day, back in the day, you promised to make a baby tumble into the dryer sound effect, and it never happened.
No, well, you just did it, I think. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what. We're gonna take a little bit of a break here. We're gonna come back and we got some new pictures from you guys to put on the break. So we're gonna get to enjoy them, and we get to enjoy Tyro's Australian Minute. We'll be back in a few minutes. See you then.
Hi guys, and welcome to the Aussie Minute with Tyro Thunderdrone. Today we're going to be talking about a sensitive topic, one about swearing. So, if any of you are very against swearing, what are you doing listening to this fucking show? I've had people ask me, why do Australians swear so much in quote-unquote polite company? And this is only semi-true. When we need to be serious, we will be very posh and very polite. Well, about as polite as Australians can be, which is like English rednecks. What most people are unaware, though, is that Australia, as a country, is actually very young. While being settled in 1788, Australia actually didn't become a proper country for a good 100 so years in 1901. So Australia didn't really have any chance to bring up a quote-unquote nobility class. Sure, we had some cunts who were feeling, you know, a little bit high and mighty because they were part of the good English blood. But you know what? Go fuck yourself, mate. And Australia has had a long history of close-knit communities because the large, barren landscape that is making up a lot of this country makes travel hard when it's just two horses. You know, they have this kind of habit of dying. But, as before, Australia itself has a very informal nature. Almost everybody here is addressed by their first name, even if you've just met the person. You only really hear sir or madam in like places like swanky hotels or stores where they, you know, measure your waist for the underwear you're going to put on. Ugh. Plus, most of us just couldn't be asked to deal with etiquette because I don't want to know why I've got 3 forks on my table. I just want to know how to put food into mouth. This does lead up to a habit of swearing with each other just when you're with your mates, either as a point of disgust or exclamation. And yes, Australians do say cunt quite a fair bit compared to other languages, but you know what? If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. But this has been the Aussie Minute with Tyro Thunderdrone. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everything in between, have a good day. You cunts!
Hey guys, back from the break there. Hope you enjoyed that. By the way, if you want to send in a picture, because all the pictures that we use here actually come from 2 Cents viewers and listeners, they all come from you guys. It's kind of your little piece in you know, the show, and you get to show off your stuff. And if you want to send in a picture, send it to dear2letters@hotmail.com. But let's see, we gotta give them an assignment, something else to do. Oh. Because last time it was water, and some people did. Some of you guys did send in water, but you also sent in different things, that's fine too. Send in whatever you want. Yeah. What do you think?
You know what? I think I got one because it's something that bugs.
Bugs. Okay.
Yes, because you've been seeing, like, you know, with the humidity rising and everything, I've been seeing a lot more bugs.
I have too.
Cool insects.
Yeah.
So like, I want to see more. I want to see pictures of like some really cool insects.
Yeah, me too.
Or cool pictures of even normal insects.
I get bugs is good, and I get seeing as my studio is in the basement of this house, I get a lot of bugs because the first thing they do is go down. They come in the house and then go down, and down here's where they wind up. So yeah, but yeah, bugs. I like bugs. Let's go ahead and we can do that. But until then, we've got some horse sense to go. So hey, Hoofy, it's all yours. Go for it.
Does the horse have sense today?
Okay, I'll go ahead. Here's the thing. I don't know. This is one of those weeks. I don't know if it's common sense or if it's something that should be common sense.
Okay.
Because let me ask you something. Do we got poor people in this country?
Yeah, we do.
Do we have people who are scraping the bottom of the barrel of garbage cans looking for anything edible to eat?
Oh yeah.
Because they have nothing. They're starving.
Yeah.
So tell me something. Why do we have eating competitions?
Good question.
Why do we have competitions that pass out large amounts of money for motherfuckers who aren't hungry to shove wasted food down their face?
That's a good question.
Now, one would think that it would be common sense to say, no, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. We should give this. If we have this food to just dispose of, and we have this money to just give to people for disposing of that food, well, down the street from any one of those competitions is people who are starving and have no money.
Yeah?
But why are we not giving it to that guy or gal or anything in between?
That's a good question. Well, at that end, I've always wondered, you know, why it's illegal to steal people's trash. I mean,
that's too.
I understand, you know, if you make a mess, if they throw it everywhere, that's one thing, but why is it illegal to go into a dumpster and get some food if you're that hungry? I don't think it should be.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you why it's illegal. And it's a shitty reason why it's illegal. It's because they don't want those homeless people there.
Well,
because that then brings down the property value.
Well,
because
okay.
Their property value is more important than the life of this human being who has reached an all-time low in their life that they are scraping through your garbage to live.
It's kind of terrible that we do that. Yeah, you know, I never thought about that way. You know, all these. In fact, I think recently there was a hot dog eating contest. And
4th of July, like Nathan's something eating competition.
Yeah, and I saw that.
That's what got me thinking about it. And it's like, go ahead, you have a thought, please.
Oh, I was just looking at that, and that never really occurred to me. It's like, whoa, you know, it's like it's fun and everything, but it never really occurred to me. It's like, how many hot dogs they go through? Did they hundreds of hot dogs?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just give those out to like people who are starving? You know?
Yes. Let's be honest. Are hot dogs good food? No, they're not.
Not really.
You know, I mean, what's the nutritional value of a hot dog? I sincerely doubt much. But I don't think a person who's starving gives a damn.
No. And
I think it should be common sense to say, why don't we take that, round all that up, and give it to people who need it instead of watching some freak who is able to shove hot dogs. And have you seen those competitions where they're dunking them in water and then shoving them down their throat? It's like, oh,
it's nasty.
I'd rather watch any random Dr. Pimple Popper video than watch an eating competition.
Yeah, they are nasty because they water them up and blah, 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 and they stuff them in their face. I never did find, I guess, watching those enjoyable. But no. I never thought about, hey, why don't we give those to people who need it, you know?
So you can see why I'm a little conflicted whether this counts this week. Is it whether it's common sense or something that should be common sense?
I don't think it's common sense. I didn't think of it, but maybe it's something that should be. You know, definitely something that should be common sense on that one. Oh man,
and that's my horse sense for this week. That's that.
I like it. I'm gonna think about that from now on. And I'm just gonna make sure that I only eat one hot dog at a time and that I don't dunk it in water and do that crazy shit that they do.
So gross.
Well, at least it's better than wham boom, wham boom, wham boom, wham boom. Oh God. Oh man. Hey, let's get on to some Dear 2 letters.
It's Dear 2 letters.
All right, let's see what we got here. Dear 2, since you've made it clear that you love talking about Trump, do you think he should be impeached? This is from your boy Colton Wood, and he says, P.S. Happy to see 2 cents back. Well, first of all, I don't really like talking about Trump. In fact, I really don't like talking about Trump. I'd rather not, because too many people talk about Trump all the time, and I just don't want to talk about it anymore.
Can we go back in time? I want to talk about George W. Bush again. That was fun.
That was fun, yeah, because it wasn't all over the place. But do I think
he said funny things?
Yeah. Do I think Trump should be impeached? No, I don't. And the reason I don't is because, okay, in my time, and I know there's a lot of younger people out there that they don't have this experience. I've lived through good presidents, bad presidents. I've lived through both. They come and they go. Right. Sometimes you get a really good one, sometimes you get a really bad one. But I think that taking all this time to actually go through an impeachment process for somebody who apparently, according to the damn Mueller report, there's nothing to impeach him on. It's just taking up time that's not causing, instead of impeaching him, I think what the Democrats need to be doing is making better laws and doing things to improve the country instead of actually working on, oh, it was Russia thing, shut up and stop talking about that and do things to make the country better instead of just whining that Trump should be impeached. Just let him serve out his next, year and a half? Well, he may get elected again, who knows? But, we'll see. But, yeah.
So, personally hoping against that, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I am too.
My personal view is that if he has been, via the laws proven to have actually done something impeachable, then yes, he should be impeached.
Sure.
But so far as I know, there hasn't been anything concrete that has stated that he has broken this law thing here.
Well, being as he's a businessman and he's rich, I'm sure there is someplace, sometime, where he has probably broken the law. But then again, if you go backwards, I'm sure that at some point every president has broken a law sometime. So should we focus on impeaching Trump and spend his entire term getting him out of there? No, that's dumb. Do something to improve the country. Besides, if you impeach Trump, guess what? President Pence.
Yeah.
Yay for you.
Yeah, I know. Thank
Good
you.
job.
No, thank you. No, please no. People used to, back then they were like, if such gets elected, I'm leaving. If we get President Pence, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out, motherfucker. No.
Yeah, I mean, I have never seen so many Democrats in favor of a president rather than President Peach. Apparently, they all want Pence. Sorry, I said Peach. President Peach. I'm thinking of Mario here.
I want President Peach.
President Peach would be nice. Yeah, everybody wants President Pence, apparently. I don't know why, but apparently they do. Anyway. Dear 2. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're doing 2 cents again. Thank you very much. We're happy to do it. I'm happy to do it. Are you happy to do it? I'm happy to do it. I think it's happy to do it.
Are you happy? I think it's happy to do it.
We're happy to do it.
So then you're happy over there.
Exactly happy. I'm smiling. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, right over here, I'm just happy right now.
You're an absolutely happy person. That's all I can see.
I know. Right there.
He says, I've been watching since it began in 2003 with Jacoby. Oh, wow. As your co-host, I'm sure I have the files on my machine somewhere. Anyway, I do. Yeah, I know you do. Anyway, your various co-hosts and your show have helped me through some of the darkest and hardest times of my life. So I just want to say from the very bottom of my heart, thank you. This is from Nitrous, and he lives in London. Well, we're very happy to do it. I mean, honestly, I know some of you guys out there missed the show. I missed doing the show. I've missed doing it for a long time. And Hoofy is over here. He's listened to it for I don't know how many years, and now you're a part of the show. So yeah, it's been great.
I mean, I came in. I think my first episode I ever listened to was with Nick.
Okay.
And it was a December episode, like at the beginning of his term.
Okay.
It was like the third or fourth episode, or maybe fifth episode in on that season.
Okay.
When you came back after your like 6-year hiatus.
Oh, did I do that? Oh, God.
Yeah. And then I was like, I need to find more of this, and I just found the giant archive before it disappeared, and just like, all mine.
Well, I'm glad you're part of it. I'm glad to be part of it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it and that you're having a good time with it. Next letter. Dear 2, I'm ecstatic that 2 Cents has finally returned. You're very welcome. You know, we're very happy to do the show. We're very extremely happy to do the show.
Yes,
I'm
really.
are you happy to do the show?
Happiness that is within my heart right now is just totally outside of it.
The show entered me through my college years and inspired a lot of my audio work there. It just happens that I re-listened through the series over the last year or two, and when you announced the show would be finally making a comeback, I could hardly contain my squee. In either case, it's great to have the show return at all, and I wish you, Hoof, and anyone else involved best of luck with it. This is from Snowy Fox, also from England. Now, this wasn't the entire mail. I put up this little bit of it because, you know, it's the positive parts of it.
Oh, yeah.
But Snowy Fox here, he did have a complaint. Actually, I'm not going to say it was a complaint. He had a criticism. I'm going to say it was a criticism of the show.
We are not above criticisms.
No, not at all. And
despite how happy we are,
he was a little confused because in the past, the 2 Cent show has been non-commercial. It's been we don't run commercials on it. We don't do anything like that. We just ran the show, and there it was. And now he was confused that now part of the show is behind a paywall, and. Yes. And I had somebody talk to... The reason that happened is because I had somebody talk to me, and they pointed out the fact that I've been doing, rants and shows and music and all kinds of things for years, for like decades now. And I didn't even take a pay from the conventions that I performed at. I didn't... $0 I got from any of these conventions. I just went up there and performed because I like doing it. And somebody convinced me... They said, look, finally... Maybe you should be getting something for this. You're doing like loads of hours of work. You're working like 40 to 60 hours a week on this stuff. Maybe you should be getting something coming back. And even though I didn't completely, totally, 100% agree with it, there was a little bit of a shame in my heart for it. I decided, okay, you know what? Maybe that's right. Maybe I do need something, and so I'm gonna put part of it behind a paywall. And go ahead.
I look at it this way, because I have a Patreon myself, and I don't really think what you're doing is putting the part of the show behind a paywall. This is the way I perceive it myself. I can see how it's perceived that way from an outside point of view.
Yeah.
But what it is that you have patrons, you have people who want to help you financially, and they give you money to do so, and you are giving something back to those people who are helping you. It isn't that you're paywalling part of the show. You're doing something extra for people who went out of their way for you.
That's kind of the way I feel about it. That's sort of the way I feel about it, is that I have patrons, and they really help me out a lot. I mean, they're the ones that they pay my rent. So, I'm going to do something, a little extra for them sometimes. So that's kind of the way I feel about it as well. I mean, and there are segments behind. I mean, you guys remember when we used to do the Extra Cents? This is a little bit more. It's a little bit more, I guess, static than that. But we do have like certain segments and certain things that we do, and those are fun. But I want to make sure that the show in general, in basis, is at least up for everybody to watch, because I would never put the whole show behind a paywall and say you can't have it unless you pay. Yeah. Anyway, that was a great letter, and it got me to thinking. So there we go.
Thank you, Snowy Fox.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, too, and greetings and salutations to Best Pony Featherhoof. You are Best Pony.
Not a pony! Not a pony. Damn it.
Last show's, after last show's slight talk about dreams I thought you might like to know, it doesn't just happen if you're famous. When I was working for a gardening company, coworker walked in and told me he dreamed he was in a strip club when all of a sudden I walked in dressed as a pimp, not a subtle one, a full-blown 80s pimp with leopard skin coat, bright-brimmed hat, and a feather on top of it, and my bitches, he says. So I wanted to ask, what would I be the pimp of as an Aussie pimp? Oh god, this one's from Tyro.
Oh, of course
it's from Tyro. Of course it's from Tyro.
Fucking Tyro.
Oh my god.
I was gonna like, okay, he's reading a letter. I reached over to take a drink from my glass. The moment the part about the pimp came up was the moment the liquid got to my lips, and I was like, oh no!
Yeah. So
there was almost a spit take.
What would Tyro be the pimp of? And by the way, he signed it Tyro the Taser Pimp. I don't know what. Well, he could be okay.
Kangaroos.
Maybe we need. Do we need a beer pimp? We could have a beer pimp.
I think a German should be the beer pimp.
Oh,
I don't think Australians are hard enough to be the beer pimp.
Yeah. You're right. Australian beer's not that great. I mean, some of it's good, but what else? Okay. Well, what do they have in Australia that?
The pimp of survival.
Survival
because
pimp?
They live with so many fucking things that will murder them.
Yeah.
And all of his hoes are of lethal things.
Well, he could be the murder pimp then.
There you go.
He's the murder pimp. Tyro the murder pimp. Okay, you're the murder pimp now. There we go. All right, Dear 2, I left this comment in your newest episode, marked 183, and I was curious maybe if I missed something. Perhaps I'm mistaken, but did I miss 20 episodes? At the last count, there are only 162 episodes of 2 Cents. I have them all on my USB in my car, playing in a loop. In fact, I turned off my car. The last thing I heard was Jacoby saying polar bear orgies. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Your loyal fan, Ilthamar. That's it, Ilthamar. His name was always hard to say. You didn't miss 20 episodes. There were okay. Not really, because the last of the ones that came out were some of them didn't get actually transferred to MP4s, so they kind of got lost, and the ones that were on Uplay, was it Uplay? Yeah, it was Uplay. Those got lost because that's not up anymore. And then there was another, I think, 6 or 7 episodes we did that were just kind of practice episodes just for the patrons, and now that it's out, yeah, you pile those up, and yeah, maybe it was about 20 episodes. So that's what we're going for there. But
I mean,
no, you didn't miss anything important.
If he's got 162 episodes, he kind of did miss some things. Because season 5 went up to 163.
Okay.
Then season 6 is when you were on the Uplay, and 2 episodes of that, up to 165, got audio versions. Yeah. But then I thought you quit after 2 episodes, but apparently you told me there were video-only episodes that just never got translated to audio.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're there to keep up with that and tell me, because I have no fucking idea. So, oh man.
And then we picked up just for the patrons for like 6, 7 episodes, something like that. So
yeah, something like that. So yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, you didn't miss anything that was really important or publicly available. You missed a few practiced episodes that we did, and
yeah,
that's about it. And so yeah, you're pretty much on top of everything. That cough was just for you. Also, wah bump, wah bump, wah bump. Yep. Anyway, Dear 2. Well, just still laughing about that.
because now, you know that part of the cycle where it just spins mega fucking fast, where everything just sticks to the side?
Yeah.
Where no matter how heavy it is, it just sticks.
Oh, that would be so much fun. Dear 2, I've been a long-time follower of your content for years, so you could imagine how much of a pure dopamine hit my noggin it must have been to see a new 2 Cents pop up on my YouTube feed. Seriously, dude, I'm really grateful that you revisited the series, and I really cannot wait to see more of it. Anyway, so to my question for you, is since I'm not able to buy your comedy DVDs on Rabbit Valley anymore, is there any other way I can buy these DVDs online? If not, then what's the best way people can support your content? See you real soon. This is from Flick the Goat. Well, if you want to support my content, if you want to support my content, you can go to patreon.com/rantinggriffin. That's where my Patreon is. As far as the DVD, yeah, as far as those go, since they're not being sold anymore and they are kind of out of date, I'm actually thinking about simply just putting them all on YouTube, just so everybody can watch them. And so yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should do that? Is that okay?
You know what? Allow me to consult the council.
Council?
They said okay. They said okay.
They said, oh, good. That's good.
They said at your discretion.
Okay, fine. We got one more letter. Dear Two, even though I'm not even 30 yet, I keep reminiscing about the past and good times all the time. Sometimes so hard that I might zone out or even burst into tears when I remember something particularly nice from the past. I'm worried that I'm having such strong fits of nostalgia at this young age that they'll get worse later on when I age more. Is there a way to overcome this before it becomes a genuine problem for my mental well-being? This is from the Evil Fox, who sends us lots of letters. I like him. Well, here's the thing. I don't think that being nostalgic is something that you should overcome. I think that it's something that it's something you should hold on to, but don't think of it as, you know, sort of like you know, oh, the past and it's gone and it'll never come back and I'll never experience that again. Think of it as kind of like frame it and put it on a wall. You know, take it in your brain,
yes,
and frame it, stick it on a wall, and just let it be part of, you know, the art that is your life. Let it be part of your past and who you are. And what about now? Okay, well, now is a time that you're going to be, you know, nostalgic about in 10 years. You'll be nostalgic about now for some reason. Take that and put that on the wall. Put it all on the wall, and eventually you're going to have walls that are filled with paintings, and those paintings are basically going to be your life. So take that stuff and don't consider it a problem or something that's going to be, you know, something that you need to get over as like a mentally illness kind of problem. Just take it and use it and just kind of make it part of who you are as a person and continue on that way. That's my thoughts on it anyway. Huffy, what do you think?
The moment you start thinking of it as a problem is when it's a problem.
Yeah,
because you should not think of it as a problem. The problem here is that I wonder how many more times I can say problem in a sentence. But the issue here is that what you need to do is you need to think positively. You're injecting negativity into your own good times, your own memories, by referring to them that way. You need to embrace what it was, you know, because all those times, all those things have shaped you into who you are today. You are that person because of your nostalgia. Keep it going. Keep being you and taking those experiences every day of your life. And make new experiences with them, with your nostalgia. Make new experience to create new nostalgia and just layer it on top of each other over and over again to create this great layered cake of beautiful you.
Amen. Amen. Great giraffe has smiled upon you today. Bree. Yes, that's good. I like that. It's a good thought. Anyway. Oh, that's a big Bree. I'm sure she heard that one. Anyway, guys, if you ever want to send in a Dear 2 letter for us to read on the show, send it to dear2letters@hotmail.com. Can't guarantee that we'll read them all. We're going to try. We're going to make our best of it. But send them to dear2letters@hotmail.com, and we'll check them out and we'll read those. For now, we're going to take a quick break before we come back. But before we do that, if you want to, you need to go to my Patreon and sign up to be one of my producers for just $5 a month. Just $5 a month. And I keep trying to think of something that I could say for that, but I never come up with anything good. So you can actually download every episode to use on your listening device because we're going to put up MP3s of all these shows. You can watch an extended view of the show, where we go off and we do other things as well. And sometimes the extended view goes on for another 30, 45 minutes or so. So, yeah, there's plenty of extra show left. So if you're interested in that, head on over to patreon.com, Ranting Griffin, and start your membership, and it helps. It helps the me, it helps the him, it helps the channel, it helps everything.
Yes.
So do all that, but, and then you can get going on your producerness of my Patreon-ness. So,
yes.
Yeah, but for everybody else, who doesn't do that, that is our show for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week on the 2 Cent Show, where I'm going to strip my nipples. I'm gonna do that. That sounds really painful.
That does. Please don't.